You've seen them, right? The coins with dogs on them, the frog memes. These assets that just seem to defy every single rule of finance, but they explode across the internet anyway. They make people fortunes overnight, and then, poof, they're gone. It leaves most of us just kind of scratching our heads, asking one simple question. What is actually going on here? Well, to crack that puzzle, we have to start with a totally different question. Let's just ask, what if this whole game, the one being played with these coins, what if it isn't really about money at all? What if it's about something else? I mean, just look at them side by side. It becomes pretty clear we're talking about two completely different universes. You've got traditional finance over here, built on a bedrock of logic, utility, and, endless spreadsheets. And then you've got meme coins, which are running on a totally different kind of fuel. Culture, raw emotion, and just really compelling stories. And that right there leads us to this really powerful idea, a framework that suddenly makes all this beautiful chaos start to make sense. What if we stop looking at this as finance and start looking at it as fashion? This is the key, seriously. The second you stop trying to analyze a meme coin like it's a stock, its totally wild behavior suddenly becomes, well, almost predictable. Because they don't behave like investments at all. They behave exactly like fashion trends. Okay, so how does that actually work? It all starts when we shift our focus. See, with meme coins, the value isn't buried in the code or some groundbreaking tech. No, the real value is in the culture, the community that builds up around it. It's that feeling of being part of something. It's about belonging. Just think about what fashion really is for a second. It's never just been about the clothes, right? It's a signal. It's a kind of shortcut to tell the world, hey, this is who I am. This is my tribe. This is what I believe in. It's pure identity. And that is precisely what's happening when somebody buys a meme coin. They're not just buying some digital token. They are putting on an idea. They're wearing it. It's their way of signaling, I'm part of the rebellion against Wall Street, or I'm here for the chaos and the fun, or I believe in this crazy underdog story. So here's the bottom line. The coin itself is just the symbol. It's like a membership badge for a digital movement, a massive inside joke that speaks a totally new language, a language of emojis, inside jokes, and these absolutely wild dreams of hitting it big. Okay, but if these are just trends, where do they even come from? Well, turns out meme coins and fashion trends are born from the exact same place, this unpredictable viral energy. You could say they both breathe the same kind of cultural oxygen. And the parallel here is kind of crazy. In fashion, right? One celebrity gets photographed in a weird outfit, and boom, it can spark a global trend. In the world of meme coins, one influential billionaire posts one cryptic tweet, and suddenly a worthless coin is a global headline. It's the same spark. The ignition is identical. But as anybody who's ever followed fashion knows, what goes up must come down. These trends, they don't last. They're not supposed to. They burn incredibly bright, and then they fade incredibly fast. In fact, this whole rhythm of hype follows a pretty clear pattern. You can almost set your watch to it. First, you get the spark, that viral moment. Then comes the explosion of memes and promises of going to the moon. But, inevitably, the excitement starts to wane. That's the fade. And finally, the replacement, when a whole new trend, a new coin, a new joke just takes over. So trying to analyze these things with financial metrics, it's like trying to predict the weather with a calculator. It's the wrong tool for the job. They don't follow logic. They rise and fall with the collective feelings of the internet. They're like moods or seasons or just raw human emotion. And when you really look past all the chaos and the inside jokes, this whole phenomenon, it kind of stops being about finance at all. It becomes a story about us. It reveals something pretty fundamental about who we are as people. Think about it. We're told our whole lives that the rational path is the right one, right? Focus on the spreadsheets, the data, the sensible choice. But what do we actually want? What do we crave? We crave stories. We crave excitement, a sense of belonging, and a narrative that we can actually feel a part of. This just puts it perfectly. The purchase itself isn't really about the thing you're buying. It's about what owning that thing says about you. We don't just buy assets, we buy identity. And really, that's the ultimate takeaway here. The reason meme coins thrive isn't because they make logical sense on a spreadsheet. It's because they make people feel something. They feel excited or hopeful or rebellious. or even just part of one giant chaotic online party. So the next time you see one of those meme coin charts just shooting straight up into the sky, remember what you're really looking at. You're not watching a stock chart move. You're watching a fashion trend catch fire. You're seeing a new digital style that everybody all at once wants to wear. What you're actually witnessing is a performance. It's a global digital runway show that is built on absolutely nothing but pure hype and collective belief. So, maybe we just need a new definition. Meme coins? They're not investments. They are cultural explosions. Brief, brilliant, and incredibly powerful. And like any great cultural moments, their real value, their power, it isn't measured by how long they stick around. It's measured by their intensity. It's all about how brightly they burn while they're here. And that leaves us with one last big question to chew on. We just saw a financial asset get completely transformed into a cultural symbol. It really makes you wonder, what other logical, everyday part of our world is next? What are we going to turn into fashion tomorrow?